Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Let's Unpack That After Dark. It is I, Lala. Welcome, welcome. Me and my crew's here. Let's go, guys.
Hi everybody, what's going on? What's today? Thursday, Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
Peace, y'all. Make go Mets, baby. Go Mets.
Yeah, go Max. Queens get the money. Welcome back to another episode today. Today we got an interesting topic. Welcome all questions. So just real quick before we get started, I want to remind everyone if you want to send me a topic or a question, you can hit me up at our email at let's unpack that after dark. No, sorry. Let's unpack that 27 at gmail.com. Or you can hit me in the DM at let's unpack that 27 on Instagram or let's unpack that 27 on Facebook. So let's get started. Today we're talking about friendship. Friendship. Many people define friendship different. So we're going to talk about the definition of friendship. Then we're going to talk about whether or not there should be boundaries, or when you should cut a friendship short, or when you should kind of work on your friendship. So first, how do you define friendship, Sha?
Friendship. That's a good one.
Friends. How many of us have them? Friends.
Friendship is a touchy topic for me because my definition has changed. So I got like brothers and sisters, and then I got friends that's more like associates. But I mean, true friendship is when there's a mutual respect, and we don't really need boundaries because you understand how somebody deserves to be treated, and usually it's pretty simple. Even though people complicate it, you don't treat people the way you don't want to be treated. If you stick to that, then 9 times out of 10 you good.
We're not live on Instagram.
It says we live.
All right. So that's your topic? Are you passionate when it comes to friendship, or you don't feel like it's a serious topic?
I'm extremely passionate about it because I think it's important, and I'm also very strict when it comes to friendship because my expectation is extremely high. Like if you run around like that's my bro, that you know what I'm saying, that's my friend, that's my this, your expectation is high, and everything you do on the positive and negative side is exacerbated. So if you do something that you might not think is a big deal, I'm gonna take it worse because my expectation is you wouldn't do that. If you do something like a little favor for me, I'm gonna take it greater because I know you standing with me in whatever situation I'm in. So from both perspectives, they get bigger. If I don't really know you and I don't really rock with you, no matter what you do, it don't really bother me because I have no expectation of you. But once I put that expectation of we fly, we cool, and I have a realistic expectation, and you don't fulfill that real expectation, then I have a problem with it.
Do you think friendship has a time frame for someone to become your friend?
No, because I've had some ill experiences with people, and we became friends instantly. Now over time that dynamic has changed because you get to learn more. Like that was a one-off, you know what I'm saying? Like I might have went through something with somebody and they still by me, and I just met them. I'm like, oh, that's ill. Like we tight. But then over time you feel that those things aren't consistent, so it changes, and vice versa. Rock with somebody. I've been in some tough situations. I'm still friends with people when I was going through certain things. You know what I'm saying? I was still super fly with some dudes I was incarcerated with because we went through that struggle together. So that formed a brotherhood and a trust that you can't really build like under other circumstances. So I'm still super fly with them. We talking about back from '93. So it goes both ways.
Okay, Mika.
I think as I've grown, my definition of friendship has changed in so many ways. There was a time where I did have expectations in my friends, and then because of what I've gone through during that time of having that, it changed my mindset to just align with who you align. Whenever it works, it works. It don't, it don't. So I feel friendship is I always see you as my friend on how we handle our battles. right? And I had explained this the other day about my relationship and my alignment with my best friend Danielle. You know, we didn't have a trauma bond. We didn't meet each other like in a club or something. She opened her shop around the corner and I was going through something, and she brought me out of my darkness, not even knowing me. So that right there made me love her, to where we didn't have a battle, but she helped me come out of my own. So I feel is for me to consider you my friend. It's not about what you could do for me. It's how are you there for me when you know I don't need you, but you there for me. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't have no expectations in my friendships. I just feel like we align, and if it lasts, it lasts, and it don't.
So do you feel like now you don't have any expectation, but there was a time when you
It
did
was
have
a time. No, I
expectation?
did. That's what I said. You know, within the years that I've grown, of me growing, the way my definition of friendship has changed a lot, and so many it's changed. It's a consistent change, and I can't even sit here and say the way I feel now is gonna be the same way I feel next year.
True.
That's an ill
True.
component you brought up too, though, because I want to add that to mine too. Like, I think true friendship too is when we on rocky terms, how you conduct yourself will determine to me how
Mm-hmm.
that's going to continue. So we get rocky and you running around here kicking my back and I ain't rocking with you because how you treat me when we on like a little unshaky terms will determine the respect we have for each other too. Because I don't really do that. Like, so once you start moving a little funny when things ain't rocky, because it's easy to be friends with somebody when everything's sweet, but when things get rocky and you start doing little goofy behind the back da 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 stuff, that's a turn off for me. Like, we done.
So I feel like friendship, right? For me, right? I do think that things have my thought process have changed as I've gotten older. But I do think that we do oftentimes with friendship, especially with me, like I've had friends that I grew up with, I wasn't the fighting type, but my friends always seemed to fight my battles. But not that I asked them to, but because they felt like I was just too nice, right? Um, I've also felt like people think that because we're friends that a person is just not a human being, right? Just because you're my friend don't mean that you may not make mistakes or you may not do something that make me feel some kind of way, right? I do believe that we have an expectation of our friends that if they do something or they miss something or they don't show up, then it's like the world is ending, right? How could you do this to me? You're my friend. Why wasn't you there? Without understanding that sometimes people are just human and things happen. And sometimes your friend can't be there the way you would like them to be there because they simply cannot,
Mm-hmm.
right? But because we've been friends for 30 plus years and I've been to everything and I've been there for you and I did this and I did that, my expectation is that because I did it for you, you're supposed to be able to do it for me. But that's not always the case,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what I also think is that friends, we have friends of friends of friends, right? And if I'm your friend and you tell me that your other friend is doing something to you that's wrong, then I'm either going to internalize it and be upset,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm going to let you rock out and do what you need to do within your friendship, right? A lot of times, that's where a lot of the hiccups come and the drama comes because we vent to our friends about things that's going on, whether it be relationship, family, our kids, and sometimes your friend is so connected with you that they take what you're telling to them for face value and it becomes a problem, right? So me being the person that I am, that I'm not really like confrontational fighting per se, I might have a friend that want to fight, right? So now if I tell them that somebody said something to me or did something to me, I don't take it that bad because I don't feel like it's really that serious, but you may see it as the end of the world. We got to strap up. You understand what I'm saying? Because I might have conveyed this story to you or told you something and I feel like I'm going through some pain or something is hurting me. And because you're my friend, you're internalizing it, right? And that goes a long way and a lot when it comes to relationship dynamic. Now, do you agree that as your life evolves, right? Sometimes the friendships can't evolve with you.
Sometimes it does, and sometimes it don't.
Hmm. So, if I'm going through something in my life and a trauma era, right? A bad era. I'm in a bad space in my life, and I have friends that have been through it with me, right? And in the moments where I'm doing bad or I'm going through something, that friend or those friends will call me every single day, right? But as soon as things start to pick up for me and they start to get better with life, I don't get the phone calls no more.
Those are the most of the time, not all of the time. Most of the time is because those friends was feeding off of your trauma, off of your pain. So
Hmm.
as you was telling them and speaking to them and venting to them and pouring into them, they were taking and feeling, oh, she's coming to me, she's coming to me, I'm the one that's good. And now that you're good, they feel a certain way because now they can't gain from you anymore, from your I don't want to say pity because it's not pity. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? But they're not able, they don't got that one up on you no more. You understand? And that's how I've always seen that when people say to me, like, you probably, you wasn't my friend because as I was venting to you, you felt you had one up on me. That's not a friendship.
Right.
You, instead of you just me venting to you and you just loving me, and we sit and we rocking this out together, and when I sit and I get better, we sit and we better. You just felt you had one up on me. A lot of the times too is because we strong. You understand? And we go through something, but we know that we could overcome it, and it was just for that moment.
Hmm.
So, but most of the time it's because the friends got one up on you. But there's friends out there that be like, bitch, I know you're gonna get over it. I know you're gonna be fine. I'm gonna listen to you. I heard you, but look at you 2 weeks later. You good? Let's go. It's back on track.
Okay. So in a friendship, do you think that if two people agree or disagree with another person's decision, does that mean that they're not happy for them or they don't want to see them grow in life if they don't agree with the decisions that they're making?
It's depending on the decision. If you in an abusive relationship and as physical, and I could see that you in this abusive physical relationship, I'm not gonna be happy for you at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be happy that you're with this man and you continuing on with this man, but he's hurting you and he's abusing you. I cannot sit here and say, well, that's what she chooses, so I'm happy for her. Nah, never. You will never.
Yo, so I want to touch on the part about calling through trauma and then you not, and then the call stops. So I think you have to have an expectation. So if I have a friend and I went through something recently, right? So my best friend was calling me all the day during it, but we don't talk on the phone all the time. So it stopped because I was back on board and there was no need to talk all the time. I don't think
Mhm.
that was a feeding off anything. I think it was the, oh, they need me right now for this moment.
Mhm.
Like we grown and life happens. Like he got kids,
Right.
got a daughter. Like nobody's gonna sit. We adults. We not sit on the phone with some chatty patty shit all the day. Like that's not gonna
That's
happen.
dudes though. Dudes don't
But
do that. But what I
no. But my point is, even with females, like if somebody steps up during your part of trauma and they call you every day, that's what they're supposed to do. But
Mhm.
if they wasn't calling you every day before the trauma, I don't think they feeding off it. I think they feel like this is the time to step up because you need me more now. And then
Mhm.
when things get back to normal, everything goes back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I
You
mean,
know
I
what I'm
don't.
saying?
So for me, right? I have friends that I would speak to every single day. But as we get older, life is just lifing, right? Things change, you're evolving. If I don't speak to you every day, that don't mean I love you less. That just means that when I speak to you, we're gonna pick up, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friends, if we don't speak for 7 days, it's gonna be that one day that we're gonna speak for the whole damn day, working and all, because it's never intentional, right? It's never intentional as life goes on, as things happen. We have children, we have family, we have jobs, things just happen, right? And a lot of times when we go through things, and this is just a human being aspect, right? When we go through things, sometimes we change how we deal with it, right? I feel like as we get older and mature, we deal with things differently. When we're younger, we might call and let me tell you, when you're talking about. And sometimes when you get to a point in your life, you just don't. Sometimes you just got to deal with it and not even want to talk about it, right? I don't even want to have a conversation about it because you know why? I'm just not in that space. I'm gonna deal with it and I'm just gonna let it be what it is. But a lot of times, some people who don't understand the life dynamics, right, and don't understand that, hey, I've been up since 4 this morning. I'm tired. You understand what I'm saying? Not that I didn't want to talk to you, but I'm just tired, right? It's not that I don't love you and I'm not concerned, because if you call me and say it's a problem, I'm an answer, right? So a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people are not mature enough to understand that life is just life.
So I had a friend who I know since the 6th grade, right?
She said had. I know how this going.
You said 6th grade.
She said had.
Since the
We
sixth
know how
grade.
this
Had.
going.
She did say had.
Yeah.
Since the 6th grade. She was like this, you know what I'm saying? My kids knew her. I knew her. And of course I knew her. I felt like I called her twin. Me and her looked alike. Since the 6th grade, we used to tell everybody that we were twins. She couldn't respect or understand the fact that, one, I'm not your man, I'm your friend. She felt like I had to sit and talk to her all the time and be on the phone with her all the time. She's up all night and sleeping all day while I'm sleeping at night to be up in the morning because
Yeah.
I have stuff to do. She will sit and get pissed off and be mad because I'm like, I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna say her name. Such and such. I'm tired. I have, and at that time that this was going on, I just had Madison. You understand what I'm saying? Madison is still waking up every hour, almost 2 hours. I need to get my sleep because my kids got to wake up to go to school. You up all night, jodiendo, fucking around with nails and all of this other shit. I got shit to do. It ended up turning out to be from all being mad at that to now talking about, I think I'm this because I'm married, and then trying to sit and come at Mickey, or like Mickey always joked around. Like, bitch, we've been friends for too many fucking years, and you've been around since the whole time with Mickey. Mickey jokes around. Now all of a sudden, because I'm telling you, I'm not talking to you at night no more because I'm freaking tired. Or who is him to joke around like me like that? He don't know me, da da da. Like, bitch, we're not doing that neither. So I squashed it. I said, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna sit here and do this because now you're trying to call tension within my marriage because you want me to be up with you at night when I got shit to do. I had to sit and end it. I know her since the 6th grade.
But you also know that the dynamics of being in a relationship and married, if a person has never been married, then they don't understand that dynamic. They don't understand certain things that you have to stop doing. So for me, right? Excuse me. Before I moved into this house, right? We live separate. I talk on the phone anytime, any hour, right? But when I moved into this house, right, I realized that I can't stay on the phone all night and sap rap and just talk, right? I'll call you back. I learned a lot of that from Tamika, but anyway, I gotta talk. I'll call you later. I'll talk to you later. We talk in the morning. But my point is, if I haven't been in this situation, I would have continued to move the way I've been moving because that's just what I know. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of my friends are married and we don't even speak. Like when they home, we don't speak at all unless it's an emergency. And not that we can't speak, but there's a relationship dynamic that needs to be respected. And not everybody understands the respect dynamics of a relationship between two people when it comes to being in a serious relationship or even being married. Right. So, if I was a player, if I was, in my other times, right? Yeah, pick up the phone and call my friends anytime. What up, girl? Yeah, yeah, I'm going out. Yeah, yeah. I didn't care. Now I have to be mindful and respectful of other people, the other person that's in the room with me or in the situation with me, because not that I have anything to hide, right? But sometimes it's a time aspect, right? Most of us talk in the morning throughout the day. But when everybody gets home and it's time to deal with the family, it's really not. We don't talk much because we have to tend to our family, and you don't have to be in a relationship. I'm not saying that has only happens in a relationship because we have children at home and we live in our life. When you get home, you got to deal with your kids. You got to make sure they're ready for school tomorrow. You got to make sure you're ready for work the next day. So it's a lot of things that take place within an individual's life that person that used to speak to so much doesn't understand or may not understand or can't understand, especially if they don't have anything remote close to what you have. You know, you got friends that don't have children, so they don't understand the dynamics of having children. They'll say they do, but then, you know, when you're unavailable, it's a problem. Some people date other people and they don't understand the dynamics of what a mother needs to do with their children, right? So a lot of times it's just a matter of the person and what their mindset is, right? Because
Yep.
we can agree that you can have a friend for 30 years, right? And something traumatic can happen to them and they can change drastically. A
Mm-hmm.
death, a breakup. And you say, well, who are you? Right? But not knowing that traumatic situations, breakups, relationships, stuff like that changes people drastically to an extent where they no longer the same person they was. Because even though we've been friends for 30 something years, I'm not the same person I was last year. If I'm evolving, I'm evolving. And some things I don't want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So we got some people in Instagram. Hey y'all, hey y'all. Anybody want to come up? Y'all can come up.
I
But
got
I
something to
think
say about that too, though. I got
Go
something to
ahead.
say.
What happened,
So
Shaw?
we're talking about friendship, and we keep talking about friends that don't respect the fact that you're in a relationship or you're in a house with a dude. At the end of the day, that's not your friend.
that's not
So
what I said though. But go ahead.
I'm saying they might feel a kind of way because you can't rap all the time, but that's to me is selfish. So my best friend is married. He got 2 kids. He got a demanding job. I don't, I don't kick it with him every day all the time. Like I know when I can call him, and I know if I call him out the blue, he's gonna answer. But when your friend respects you and loves you, they're happy for whatever progress you're going through as long as you're happy. And they deal whatever the consequences are, even that means you can't communicate enough. Once
Mm-hmm.
you get to a certain age, if you can't understand that you can't have time and money, that's a Meach quote. You can't have time and money. So when people start to get successful, people that don't have time, people with a whole lot of time on their hands, I don't like them. I don't trust them. I just don't think you have enough going on in your life. Like if you can sit on the phone for 5 and 6 hours, I ain't rocking with you because you just got too much free time. Like
Wait,
there's no way.
Let me
You
tell
should be
you, I'm
having
gonna
some.
be. I'm
wait,
gonna.
hold on. Habit said I change weekly. No, hell, I change daily. Habit, you don't even respond to text messages. Don't get me started. Love you, but go ahead. Go ahead, should be
You
good.
know, I have friend. I have my friend where even if I'm working, I could still be on the phone with her because we have that type of alignment, right? Like me and her could sit. I could from the time I wake up, what's up, bitch, and we doing and we working and we doing this, and she's in the AirPod. I'm like, bitch, hold on, I'm gonna call her. We, that's just how me and her is able to do it. And then I have friends where I'm like, I can't talk to you while I'm doing stuff because it's you're just your energy is just different from this one. I've I just think to be my friend and for me to have that type of relationship with you, if you don't have the basic common sense, I can't fuck with you. I can't. You gotta have the. You don't not even the basic common sense to know, bitch. I'm married, so 7 o'clock. I think we should cut the phone call and let me sit and deal with my family. Even with that, if I'm working a 9 to 5, I'm not getting home till 6 o'clock. I still need my time with my family. And bitch, I've been talking to you all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Basic common sense is knowing, all right, she's home. Let her go spend her time with her family and her kids. I'll speak to her tomorrow or another day. That's for me. That's basic common sense.
Oh yeah. My best friend, if she need me, she be like, I
If
need
you
2 minutes.
need
I need
me,
2 minutes. Go somewhere, and it's not a problem. It's never a problem. I need 2 minutes. Listen, but I like I think that it does. I don't even think it matters if you're married or not. I just think family time. Right?
mm-hmm.
Some people just take family time, whatever their relationship dynamics is. Family is family. It can be their parents, their cousins, their aunts and cousins. Just family time and understanding that, like I said, after a certain age, some of us be sleep by 8 o'clock. Like I'm tired, right?
Right.
So and it's never taken personal, but I think that if you know your friend, then you know what it is, and it shouldn't be something that you take personal, right? And I do agree with Shy. If you have a friend that don't respect your situation, then what's that about?
Yeah, that's not friendship.
Right. I think that right. Habits at personal time. I need downtime. We all need downtime.
But especially if you're doing something productive or you're doing something that makes you happy and your friend can't clap behind your back and understand,
Hey, Candy girl.
then they just selfish. And that's not friendship to me.
She said, Habit said personal time, I need downtime. Candy Girl said, how about just me time, personal time to decompress? That's a fact.
Right.
That's
Right.
a fact. What I'm saying is that we all can agree that there are certain people that don't understand that. Like Candy Girl. That's my best friend. But anyway, I don't speak to her. We don't speak every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if she called me, I know I gotta be like, what's up? You good?
Mhm.
Because I know how she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be stuff going on with me, and I'd be like, what time is it? Yeah, I'm not calling her. She sleeps. Right? I'll talk to her later. It's not that serious. Because I know who she is. She like to go to sleep. Okay, so do I take it personal? Would I get upset? No, I know how she is. Like, and not for nothing. I'm not calling none of my friends that like to go to sleep and wake them out their sleep. Because if I ain't saying nothing good, they gonna curse me right out. What do you want? Why you calling me? Right? They're gonna answer because it's me. But if I'm calling you to be like, girl, today at work, goodbye. Right? So I mean, I think it's important to know that about your friends. Right. I think it's important to know your friends and know how they are. And some of us are sensitive, right? Sometimes we think stuff and then we assume and we don't ask questions and then it becomes a problem. But look, she said, I'm asking who died. That's what I'm saying. So know your friends, know them, right? But I think that it's important that I think that it's a big deal, right? When you have friends in your life that genuinely love you and care about you. And I think you should understand when they have some feelings about something. Because let me tell you what I learned early. That I have said things to friends and hurt their feelings, but didn't think that what I was saying hurt their feelings, right? I have one friend that'd be like, "Yo, I don't like what you just said," and I don't think I said anything wrong, but I appreciated this fact that she was able to tell me that because I would have kept going, right? I think it's important to be able to have friendship where you can communicate how you feel and how a person makes you feel, whether you like it or not, right? Because if not, then what happens, right? I'm gonna feel some kind of way because you said something to me, but I didn't say nothing to you about it. So now I'm in my feelings and I'm looking at you sideways.
Right.
Right. I think the value of a friendship says a lot. How you value your friend says a lot. Friendship. I mean, I think we all have different definitions and we deal with things differently in different aspect of how people treat you and what they do and how you deal with it. I don't like confrontation. So sometimes I have friends that think that I don't handle things sometimes the way I should handle them. AKA I'm too nice about it.
Mm-hmm.
But they might want to strap up and get it popping. Right, Mika? Like, yo, I'm ready I'm ready for war. But I just think that, you should hone in on good people that surround you, right? And just kind of cherish good people that generally are your friends. So here's a question. How do you end the friendship when you realize that the person that you considered your friend is really not for you?
Say that again.
Huh?
Say it again.
How do you end the friendship that you've had and you realize that the person is really not for you?
I have ended friendship where I just disappeared on you, and then if it was of much of importance to me, I've had conversation. If the conversation didn't go the way I needed it to go, I'll sit and say, "Look, we just go our separate ways." But my main thing is I'll ghost the shit out of you. Bye.
Taurus. Go ahead, Sha.
Same thing. You grown. There's nothing to talk about. Because if you know me, you know what you did. So if I ain't responding and I ain't kicking with you, because I'm not having a debate and I don't want to hear your explanation. I've already made up my mind.
That's what I'm doing. So you basically he said you remove yourself to protect your peace. True.
It's crazy because I just posted this on my Instagram story. If I don't rock with you, I'm not gonna fake like I do.
Facts.
I ain't got no rap for you.
And
So
I
we're
don't
not gonna
owe you nothing,
kiki and
you don't
ha
owe me
ha and
nothing.
act like everything cool. I'm not gonna have no. I'm gonna be like, "What's up?" You know
What
what
I
I'm saying?
know.
But all of that conversations and all that stuff and rapping, and you trying to call me? I ain't got no rap for you. There's nothing to talk about.
Okay. So I take it that has been your experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you
There's
do?
people,
Block them?
if necessary, people like, oh, blocking people is corny. Why is blocking people corny? My social media is so that I can be social with people on social media. We ain't social. We ain't cool. I don't I don't want you to see nothing I got going on, and I don't care what you got going on. So I'm gonna block you. And I've been told like that's corny, that's immature. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Like, what
I'm
do you?
protecting my peace and
Why
my
you even want
privilege.
to be in my? Why you wouldn't even be in my circle and see what I got going on? We
Why
not
do you
cool.
want to know about my life and you don't even like me?
We not cool. You might like me, but you did something that I
If
ain't
you
gonna
did
tolerate.
something for me, if you did something for me not to fuck with you, you don't like me.
I don't agree with that
Yeah.
because
I feel that way.
I think people make mistakes. So I've done something that somebody didn't like, and we talked
You do
about it
stuff all
because
the time I don't like. But go ahead.
I think when people do things, people fail to look at the intent, and all they look at is the action. So there's people that have done things where I know in my heart they didn't intend for me to feel the way I felt, but I did. And there had to be a conversation so they understood where we are. That's the growing pains
What do
of a
you mean
friend.
by that? Give me an example.
I mean, there's a billion, but like I live by a very strict code, and everybody doesn't live by that code. So
Mm-hmm.
something that I adhere to in terms of my moral compass might be not something that you live your life by. So there needs to be a conversation like, listen, this is how I conduct myself, and the people around me conduct myself like this. So you need to align with that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
depending on your reaction to that will determine if we keep rocking or if I just walk away and be like, I ain't got nothing to do with you. Because if you don't get it and that conversation got to go more than 30 seconds, I'm going to dead the conversation because I'm not explaining nothing to no grown up. And if they that great, my loss. But I ain't going through all of that. I don't got the time and energy to deal with no foolishness. And I don't got the time and energy to have somebody in my circle that doesn't see the world the way I see it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. And it shouldn't take more than 30 seconds for you to understand my perspective. So if you don't, that right there is a red flag that we don't need to
But
kick it
what
up.
if they're retard and they need to take them more time?
I don't want to be friends with no retards.
What if they don't catch on just as
That's
quick?
not the correct terminology
No,
anymore.
I didn't mean that,
Yeah.
y'all.
I
I,
mean, if they don't
what I meant.
catch on, that's not the kind of person I want in my circle. What I
But
want
a
to be
little
a friend
slow.
with, well, I don't want to be a friend with somebody that doesn't
That's
understand,
another little slow.
You said you don't want to be friends with someone that what?
that doesn't get it.
Right, but my thing is you saying doesn't don't get it, right? But people have different mindsets or perception or understanding of what someone is saying, and it may not be the same as what you're thinking or saying.
And that's why we ain't friends.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't A alike, B alike, C alike, then we ain't gonna rock. If you don't see the world the way I see it, I mean, you conduct yourself totally different. You can have a totally different background. You can have a total, but the core principles of integrity and honor and respect. If we don't see eye to eye on that, ain't nothing we could do. I got friends of all cultures, all religions, all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? I know serial killers and I know lawyers and doctors. But the core values and principles that we share is what aligns us and why we're friends. If you
Miss
Mm-hmm.
can't
Candy,
abide by that, I can't rock with you.
Miss Candy Girl said, if you keep crossing boundaries and I've made clear, you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna do that shit twice and then it's over. The first time it's a conversation, and the second time it's over because we already talked about this.
So, in the beginning of your friendship, do you set these boundaries? Do you tell a person, hey, this is what I like, what I don't like, this is how I am? Or is that something that occurs over time?
I do that now.
In the beginning?
In the beginning, once I meet somebody, I'm automatically letting you know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically, I'm not hiding nothing. Oh, so whatever. I'm a tourist. I'm this. I'm that. I like to eat food in life.
I like tacos.
I'm letting you know everything already. I'm giving you every opportunity this first time to sit and make a choice to sit and say, you know what, I'm gonna continue on, and you sit and you say no.
She's
Before I
lying.
was before
She's lying. She's lying.
before
She's
I
lying.
like I said before. Shut up, Shami. I I can't. I don't. I just we align. We align. Now is
Mhm.
more we align. We align. And I'm letting you know off the rip. Look. Oh shit, how are you? You know, people come up to me, they go, "You're not approachable. You don't seem approachable." And I'm like, "But you approached me. So how is it that I don't seem approachable?" You know, and then I gotta sit and I gotta explain. I am approachable. This is just my face, or I am approachable. I'm a cool person. Just don't fuck with me. Like I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna explain it. And if you choose to stay, you choose to stay.
So I
She's
think
lying.
everybody.
She's lying. She's lying. All you got to do to break the bond is look her eyebrow, and that's it. You good.
I think
That's it.
that I do believe that sometimes people
Hilarious.
just have their own limit to things, right? And sometimes it's just a matter of hold on, learning along the way as friendship develop, hence giving titles of friends. Okay. I think that like for me, right? I think my level of reasoning or understanding is higher than most, right?
Mhm.
And so it's always like, why you even, why do you care, or why do you continue to deal with certain things? And sometimes I'll be like, I'll be asked a question, and sometimes I can't answer the question. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But I just think that everyone has a different perception of what friendship is or how friendship should be. And a lot of time, she said too damn high.
Mhm.
Who said
Don't,
that? Candy girl.
yeah. Go ahead, Mika. I know you want to agree with her.
Me and you had that conversation too.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, um, like I was saying, I just think that I mean, that's for me. Like I'm learning as I get more mature and I go through different things. I just deal with things differently, and I use my own pace. That's just me. Okay.
You
Don't-
know
Yeah.
how J. Cole that you know how well not J. Cole, George Bush said, "Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me, going get fooled again." With Lala and many other Capricorns that I know, you gotta fool them a billion times.
What is it about Gemini's?
Not a billion times.
You gotta
What is
fool them a billion times for them to get at least an inch of what the fuck is going on, because
what
they
is it
they
about what
just
is it about Gemini's?
Gemini's,
weird.
Shy. You answer that
Geminis are
question
very
yourself.
when Geminis have one thing that I do honor about Geminis is that Geminis love when it comes to their friendship is very parently. Like they give that love as a parent. Like they're not gonna sit here and be your friend and not give a fuck about you. These niggas give a fuck, and that they gain their feelings when they do give a fuck. They act like they don't, but they give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So
What
that's
about the Leo? Because Miss Candy Girl is a whole Leo.
Leos are
We're
like
not about to go through
Leos
all
are
this.
like
We're not
this.
about to go through all this.
Leos are like this. All right, don't fuck with a Leo, especially a female Leo. That's you boundaries is very set when it comes to Leos, and Leos stick to those boundaries. They don't care what it is that you say, especially if it's a Leo with trauma. Don't fuck with them because they're gonna put flame in your ass. And they're definitely not gonna feel bad because what they said is what they said.
That's accurate. That's 100% accurate there. There's no lie there. That's a fact.
Mm. And I'm a Taurus. Us Tauruses, people always think from the first day y'all meet us, we got friends because we're just loving, right? So if I come meet you right now, and if I see you walking down the street and you got a whole shopping bag and you got cars, I'm gonna pull my car over, put you in the car, take you where I'm at. Automatically, you're gonna think I'm your friend. Mind you, I'm just doing my godly deed. You understand what I'm saying? That's just
I'm
how
not
it
your
is.
friend. I'm gonna just put you in my car. I don't know you. I see you with bags and shit. I'm
I
just
see
gonna
you got all these, but I'm gonna
and
help you. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna help you. That's just what so
then
but
the next day they're
automatic.
gonna be like, Mika, my friend, and she gonna be like, I don't know you,
I
bitch.
don't know you. I just helped you put your shit and help you get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is with us Tauruses. Oh, I got scared. That was one of the kids.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, no, it's like you said, I do agree with the fact that everybody's definition or their vision of friendship is different. And
Mm,
like I said, for me to even socialize with you, I need you to have the basic common sense.
mm.
You have to have the
So you
basic.
basically feel like there's a level of common sense that a person needs to have to even interact with
For
you.
me to tolerate.
And I think for the most part, when everyone is in their life, there has to be some type of conversation that we can relate to each other. Because I definitely ain't gonna be able to befriend somebody that can't speak, proper etiquette, English, like, talk about real stuff. Don't have no knowledge of where life is going or where they going in life. It's gonna be a little difficult for me because I'm gonna be looking at you like,
Nigga.
what's happening here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do think that is, and like the older we get, we meet people. I think the older we get, the more distant we are. Like, I don't need no new friends. I got enough, right? Because it's a trust factor. It's now getting to know a person. You don't know people. People turn out to be serial killers. People turn out to be like, people just ain't rap tight in 2024, right? So you got to do a whole background check on people nowadays from high school to now, stuff like that. But I mean, I think that everyone has their own reasoning and point in how they define what friendship is to them, right? I also think that a lot of times when people experience trauma or things that affect them, they use that how they measure what friendship is, right? So if I grew up in a household that was dysfunction and always fighting, then I'm gonna think that a friend to me is going to be somebody that's always fighting with me or combative with me or always arguing with me. Right? If I grew up in a competitive household, then I'm going to think my friend is supposed to be competitive with me, right? As where some people have grown up in loving household and know the value of how to trust and be with a friend, right? Because friendship a lot of times has to do with trust as well, right? You agree, Sha? You still here? Because you're looking a little
No,
sleepy.
I don't agree with that because I ain't big on grown ups having excuses. Like if you grow up in a household, yeah, you might think that that's cool, but you also might think the opposite. Like this ain't cool,
Mhm.
and if you're gonna be my friend, it's gonna be the latter. Like you're gonna know, like, all right, I grew up like this, and then I also got friends that, for all kinds of reasons, haven't matured at the same level I have. But 30 years ago when we was doing what we was doing, their loyalty was locked in. Like I ain't turning my back on them. I can't
Mhm.
have conversations about what I did at work or politics with them, but so what? I talk
Right.
to them about whatever they got to talk about, and we locked in.
Mhm.
But the biggest difference is they celebrate me where I'm at, and I try to help them get from whatever situation they in to get to where they need to go to. So like once you locked in with me, you locked in. If you ain't doing no betrayal stuff, I don't care about nothing else.
I
I
So
think
don't care if
for
I got
me
to come pick
to,
you
yeah.
up or pay for everything or whatever. Like if you locked in with me and you ain't on no goofy betrayal stuff, nothing else to me matters.
Yeah, I me with my friends, one thing I always tell them is always expect me to be honest with you. Always expect the honesty. Don't expect me to sit here and shut up because I'm trying. I'm always going to protect your feelings, but I'm always going to be honest with you. And that's one of the main issues that I've always had when it came to aligning with people to be friends is if we're going to align with me, I know we are all different, but don't do this because you look crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Because
mhm.
if you do this, then we all in here looking like this. If you're going through something, I'm gonna be honest with you and sit and tell you, but you're going through that because you're doing this. You understand? Listen to this. And a lot of the times friends don't like that because in their mind, many people think friends is even right and wrong, you still gotta agree with me and you still gotta rock out with me.
so,
And I agree with that.
so we talked about that this morning, right? So what was the question, Sha?
Oh boy, here we
What was
go.
say was the question, Sha? If your friend, go ahead, say it.
You talking about when I was
You
talking
say
about
it.
how
He
women
said
think that
that
they popping.
women won't tell our friend will act like they the prize, they the shit, they everything, they all that, but they not. But we won't tell them that they're not.
I didn't say that last part.
What you
I
say?
said you'll know they're not in your heart of hearts, but you'll let them believe that they really are. And it was talking about how women feel like they the prize no matter what status they have, no matter how many kids they have, no matter how much baggage they have, no matter what, they always gonna say they're the prize, no matter how they look. regardless of whatever, they think they're the prize, and that's just
There's
ridiculous.
many men and
Wait. Hold on. But what you said was a woman will think that she's the prize no matter where she are, what she has, what she got, no matter what. But her friend won't tell her that she's not the prize. That's what you said.
Cash said they won't tell them, but yeah, I agree with them though. Nine
But
times
that's
out of
not
10, they
actually
won't.
true though.
It's
So
not
you
true or
don't think
false. It
that
just
in
depends
a
on.
friendship, my friend can't tell me, girl, yeah, you need to work on this. It ain't you. That ain't it.
I have friends. I've had people who I aligned myself with, and I know they real life. I know your real life, but then on social media, it's a whole other life, and I've had to humble people down.
That's fraudulent.
I had
It
to
ain't
humble.
really. It
Oh,
ain't really.
but that's how you saying that's your friend. Exactly. I'm your friend. I know the real deal. Humble yourself. There's certain friends that's out here that, and you, I love you. I love you for who you are. I understand what you're going through, I understand your position. And as your friend and friends, we all trying to get you out of it. But humble yourself. And it's okay to sit and tell your friend to humble themselves, because sometimes they could put themselves in a situation that's crazy. It could be a crazy situation because they're not humble, or it could be just a situation where you're just gonna look stupid. And as your friend, I'm trying to avoid you from looking stupid like that. So it's okay. I'm going to tell my friend the whole honest truth. And again, a lot of people in their mind think because I'm your friend, I'm supposed to. If you're wearing that ugly ass fucking shirt, I'm gonna tell you that fucking shirt is ugly. I
But
don't like that fucking
but
shirt.
that's what I said earlier. What I was saying was that if my friend is confident within themselves and they feel good about themselves and they walk out and they look good, who am I to tell them that they don't look good?
They friend. Allegedly,
And let me tell you something. That's
friends
where
don't
the
let
I
friends
don't
basic,
talk
know.
about
I
shit.
think that depends. I
that's
mean,
where the basic,
I'm not
the
gonna let my
basic.
friend walk outside looking crazy. But
Right.
if 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 my friend puts something on and they feel confident and they look good in it and they're confident to wear it, they might look they might fit it well. Who am I to say you don't look good?
They friend.
Right? But why can't I build my friend up? Why
Lie to
can't
them.
I build my friend up? I should be
I'm
Lie
able
gonna
to
to
build
build.
my friend up by lying.
lying to them. Right.
I'm
But
not building.
why would I? If
This is
again, hold on. Again, if you buy an outfit, right, and you feel confident enough to wear that outfit, no matter what size you are, who am I to tell you that you shouldn't be wearing that outfit?
so I'm not gonna say nothing. And when you walk out that door and you got 50 motherfuckers out there just going off on you, I'm gonna be like, but as your friend, you right and wrong, you right. Even when you wrong, you right. That's
I'm
where
gonna let you.
the basic common sense comes in. You understand? You could tell. I'm not gonna sit here and tell my friend if this is if it's an outfit that you know you could fucking pull it off, go ahead and do
Right.
it. But
She
if this is
said,
an outfit,
look what she said. As a friend, it is this friend is confident. Should we impede on that? And then she said, why is your opinion greater than mine?
I'm not saying that my opinion is greater than yours. I'm just telling you, if you ask me my honest opinion, I don't like it. The shit is ugly. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But that
You
don't mean
want to
that
sit in, you want to wear whatever it is that you want to wear. Go right ahead and go ahead and do it. But don't expect me to sit and tell you, yes, bitch, you fucking killing it when I feel you don't. That's my opinion. I'm not
right.
saying it's greater, and I'm not saying you gotta listen to me, but I'm telling you, I don't like it, and I think you shouldn't go outside like that because I personally feel you're gonna embarrass yourself, and that's just my opinion. Go do what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean that's right. You're right. I mean, I just think that if it's almost like there are clothing that are made, right? And they're made for every size,
It
right?
don't even have to do about size.
No,
It's
no,
not.
hear me out. Hear me out. I'm talking about I'm just hear me out. Let me land. If my friend is of a certain size and that outfit is in that person's size and they want to wear that outfit and they put it on, right? And they like, I'm the shit. I look good. Why would I want to tell them that they don't look good?
So then don't ask me my opinion.
I'm not saying. Well, no, that wasn't what he said. It acts opinion. It's just in general. Should I tell them no? Because not for nothing, some people really look nice in certain things. But we
It's all
wasn't really
perception.
talking about like sizes. We was talking about, did you say, when I was bigger, I wore what I want, and my confidence was 150, regardless of what anyone said. Now that I'm smaller, I'm less confident in what I want to put on.
If that's the case,
Would
but
you
Again,
see,
I
would you say, Sean?
this is the problem. This is what I'm talking about. If your confidence comes from how you look, you ain't never had no confidence anyway. So that's a perfect example of not having no confidence. Like your energy should be the thing that speaks the loudest. Like I know we keep talking about big and small and all this other stuff. You've been in the gym, so you keep talking about people weight and all this.
Oh no,
But
you're not talking about
but
me.
but but like if your friend is doing something that you don't feel is appropriate or represents them well, I don't see an issue with letting them know. How
I
that goes
will though. I'm not
afterwards,
saying that I wouldn't. I'm just saying
right?
that
But I'm
we
saying
was talking about. Hold
how
on,
that
this
goes
morning.
afterwards is gonna determine if y'all really friends. Because if you really my friend and you tell me something and I believe in your heart you ain't trying to hurt me and that's how you really feel, I'm gonna respect it. I'm gonna still do what I want to do,
Hmm.
but
you're
I'm
still
gonna
gonna be
respect the
cool,
fact
but
you had the guts
mhm,
to come and tell me. That goes to the point like I don't have friends that are quiet. Like you need to be telling me and correcting me and making me a better person. That's what friends do. If you
Hmm.
just sitting there going along got me looking goofy, then how are you my friend?
again, basic common sense. It's just basic common
How are you
sense.
my how are you my friend?
Basic common sense, though.
If one of my peoples
If
or
my
Travis
friend is,
Scott or
if
whoever
I
it
have
was,
a
right?
friend that's
If he
out here
came out
coming,
and all of a sudden when he
mhm,
was wearing skirts and all that, right? If my boy said, "Yo, this is in style," I'm wearing a skirt, I tell him he's a bozo and
Listen,
you look
Steph
foolish,
said,
bruh, and that's it.
she said, I experienced trauma, so it has affected my self esteem. Before the trauma, my self esteem was through the roof. So
Who is that?
basically, that's Steph, right?
mhm,
Yeah. So basically, you're saying that sometimes you're saying that if your self esteem changed because of your size means that you didn't have confidence. But it's a known fact that sometimes things transpire that you
mhm,
have no control over that affects you emotionally and it affects how you feel about yourself and affects how you move day to day life. Right? Does that mean that I never had confidence? No, that just means that something happened,
mhm,
right? That caused me to feel a certain way that
right,
affects how I feel about myself, right? And honestly
I
speaking,
just feel like this. I feel like this. If your approach of who you are is how you look, you ain't that good of a person. The
wow.
first thing, if you ask me about myself, what do I bring to the table? I'm not gonna say a platinum beard and a bald head. Like that's cosmetic shit. I'm gonna say I'm loyal, I'm solid, I got a good moral compass. Those kind of things you can't lose confidence in if you're a strong-willed person. That's just my opinion. That's no diss to the young lady that made that comment. So I graduated high school 145 pounds. I'm 290 pounds. I got the same confidence I had at both weights. Like, because that's not what I bring to the table. I don't bring looks to the table.
Right,
I
but
bring something.
I feel like that's a man's perspective.
I think that good.
Oh, and then
I
hold
think
on, let
that
me
good.
land.
I
The
think
reason
that
why
good.
I
Hold on,
say that,
because I was saying that's not a man's or woman's perspective. That's just a real nigga statement. It has nothing to do with gender. Being solid don't have nothing to do with. I got wild, solid females on my team. They not niggas, but they just solid. People will say, "Oh, you talk like a nigga," to the females.
mhm,
Like, no, I'm just solid, and you ain't used to hearing that from the
mhm,
female because you're used to hearing all the goofy, cosmetic, dumb shit about bags and shit that don't really matter. Like when the rubber meets the road and life gets tough, your looks ain't gonna get me through that situation. So if you coming to me about your looks, I don't want you. If that's what you pushing on me, because when things get tough and I gotta go through something, your little ass and your titties and your cleavage and your little outfits that you think you look good in, that's not gonna help me, yo. So if you ain't bringing the things that's gonna help me get through that, I don't need you.
right? But see, I'm talking about. So you basically said if I lose weight or gain weight and my confidence not what it is, and basically I don't have any confidence. But that has to do everything to do with me. It doesn't have anything to do with you or anyone else. It's how I feel about myself. It's how my confidence is. Women, we are women. Women go up and down in weight, and sometimes we feel good about it and sometimes we don't. That's for us. It's not like somebody is saying that I gotta lose weight because how I feel, this God told me I had to lose weight. It's how we feel about ourselves. It's our own confidence. And yes, as a woman, we go up and down. Period. A woman goes up and down and feels the way she feels because of what she feels or what she believes within herself. Doesn't mean that she's never had confidence, right? Because life be life and things happen. Some of us are emotional eaters, right? Some of us have stressful jobs. We eat, things happen, and the weight comes on. The older we get, we keep the weight. It's hard to get it off. But does that mean that I never had confidence, or did that mean that
Let me tell you, you
I'm
know how many times people we have. I could sit right now and I'm confident in what it is that I do.
Mhm.
I'm confident in that shit because I the proof is in the pudding, right? But I've let me mess up one time. That's gonna bring it down a little bit. I'm not saying I'm gonna lose it. I lost my, but it's gonna put me in the space to like, ah, shit. I felt like I lost, but that doesn't mean it's gonna last forever. Like Lala said, everything is up and down. Everything is up and down. Everything is an confidence is something that's emotional. It's how you feel about yourself. I have confidence in my friend. I'm confident in Shah. I'm confident in Lala. That's an emotional thing that I'm feeling not only towards myself, towards Yah. And one little thing could sit and have me doubt it. I'm not saying that I'm doubting it forever. Some people stay stuck in that doubt and lose their confidence completely. Some people lose the confidence for a little because something caused them to lose it. I understand where Steph is coming from. She was a weight one time, and that weight, that's her being that weight, build up more of her confidence because not only is she confident spiritually, she's confident physically, but the physical part started to affect her because something was happening. Something that caused her trauma caused the physical to start not looking the way it used to look before. And as a woman in this world that we live in, one of the main things that we have to worry about is our looks.
That was Miss Candy, not Steph.
No, Miss
Miss
Steph was the
Candy
one
was the one
talking
that said
about.
when she was one size, she was confident, and when she got another size, she wasn't like
Oh,
that.
okay. I thought that was Steph. Okay, okay. You sure? Well, whoever it was, you understand what I'm saying? I get it, and I understand that. There's so many things that can. I've lost my confidence so many times. There was a time that I'm like, yo, I'm beautiful. I know what I could bring to the
Sorry.
table. You understand what I'm saying? I know what I do. I know what I am. I know as I am as a woman.
Oh,
But I still
that
got
was Steph. I stand
okay.
corrected. Go ahead.
I still got played. You understand what I'm saying? And that I had to sit and say, okay, even with me looking how I look, even with me being who I am, I still could get fucked over. So I had we things help things happen where we lose it for a little bit and we doubt it, but it's up
Right,
to
you
us
get back.
emotionally to bring that back up. So I do feel we could lose it and we could get it back again.
All right, that was good. Okay, so we know that friendship is defined across the board for everyone differently, right? We know that in life we have experienced things that have made us feel confident and sometimes have made us feel less confident, right? We know that there should be some boundaries when it comes to friendship, and that we should understand that and recognize when a person is your friend or not. Oh wait, let me read the comment. So Miss Candy said, "I feel like I'm confident in all facts, but I also have my own style through the behaviors. If I choose to wear this, support my decision if I like it." I agree. Um, Steph said, "I'm confident in what I bring to the table. You missing the point." She's talking to you, Shy.
Oh,
Um,
no, no, that wasn't a. I don't know her, so I would never
that's
y'all
Steph.
know me. I
That was
don't throw
Steph.
shots at people I don't know, but I don't know her. I was speaking in general. I wasn't directing it towards her. I
Okay.
just know I know a lot of women that their confidence is based on their looks, and I've had conversations with them like, that's not what should drive your confidence. You're a good woman. You work hard. You do this. You do that. You solid. So it was more to that. It wasn't reaction. I
All I
would never
want to
talk.
say is don't be my friend that when I sit and I say you wearing something or there's something that you're doing, and I'm gonna tell you no, I don't like it. One of the main things is there's people out here that think they have their makeup on. Your foundation is lighter than what your skin tone is. I'm not gonna let you go outside like that.
It's
If
them
you come to me
eyelashes
and
for
you
me.
like, I look at my makeup and you got green eyeshadow that's coming from here all the way over here because you think, I'm not gonna let you go outside like that.
And we appreciate you for that. So,
So that's all I'm
um,
saying.
oh, they disconnected. We
Yes.
went over our time for
Mhm.
let's
With
unpack that.
Instagram.
So, in closing, I want to say that
Didn't they cut us off?
hone
Yeah.
in on your friends, that Instagram, hone in on your relationship dynamics with your friends, right? And the friendships that are not healthy for you, right? Choose yourself. It's okay to be selfish when you feel like you're not getting what you need out of a friendship, relationship, or anything for that matter, and be happy with them. I have a quote I'm going to read for you guys, and then, I appreciate everyone who joined us today. So the quote is: "A true friend accepts who you are, but also helps you to become who you should be."
Not in progress.
Okay. So with that, I would say, in love on your friends and let go of the ones that are just not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please.
Um, as always, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Wednesday, same time. Be there or be square. If you have any questions or stories that you want to address or you want us to talk about, hit me up at let's unpack that 27 at gmail.com. You can hit me up in the DM, let's unpack that 27, and let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know a topic, let me know questions, let me know anything. We're going to unpack that because that's what we do here. So I thank everyone for joining and my team because we always on point. We got this. And you guys have a blessed week and enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.